Well, welcome back everybody to the Blackfire Technical Analysis YouTube channel. I'm your host, Crypto Bro. It is Wednesday. I'm off for 11 days. I just want to give everybody a fresh reminder real quick. I am getting married on Friday. A lot of preparation for that event tomorrow. So I will not be available starting tomorrow until the 25th. I will be back and I will be live once again on the 25th of October. We're going to go get married, and then we're going to go on a nice little trip. We're going to celebrate with a nice and well-deserved vacation / honeymoon. And while I will be kind of available on the Blackfire Technical Analysis group chat and within the Facebook community, answering questions, providing feedback here and there while I am on vacation, I will not be doing any videos. So I just wanted to give everybody a reminder that that's what's to come. Another thing, we are at 300. We are at 300 members on the Blackfire Technical Analysis Facebook community. That is absolutely phenomenal. I'm gonna be planning, at least when I come back, a little bit of like a celebration video or something like that when I come back to celebrate that milestone achievement of that 300 member mark. Again, a lot of those members don't even give a flying shit about what I do or what all of this is about, but they decided to join. They decided to join for the purpose of supporting my cause, and there are members in the community that join because they want to learn, they want to study, they want to discuss, they want to debate, yada 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 yada. Everybody that's joining, everybody that is watching, and that is at least supporting, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I couldn't be doing this with such excitement without you guys. So a much heartfelt thank you goes out to you guys. Huge shout out to all the community supporters here. So without further ado, we do have some requests tonight. I'm pretty freaking stoked. We actually got something a little bit different going on, but we'll go ahead and get into that once I cover the base analysis here, which we'll go ahead and get started off with. Now, NASDAQ here, potentially looking for an uptrend right now. Now, we got to be very careful when we're looking at this. Yeah, we technically have a higher low with this region here supporting the 15,590 region here. We did see a little bit of continuation below the red 10 simple, and then boom, right back above it on yesterday's candle. We do have plenty of time left in today's candle before making any kind of determination. We are seeing price kind of hitting this resistance right now, somewhere around 14,835. I think we're just below that, but we do have this low call here on RSI. Definitely telling of something here. And it does look like RSI is looking for new highs as well, with a break, a fresh break above that exponential here, forcing it slightly positive. This is the only thing that concerns me, you guys, is that the exponential isn't, moving north with, with aggression, right? And same with price action. Now, we do have a higher low confirmed, right? The RSI has already confirmed that. Now the question is, do we get a higher high? Do we get a confirmation of a change of behavior on a daily time frame here with, new highs confirming and holding a support? Only time will tell. But here's what I'm looking for. Number one, for this to be confirmed, I need to see an open and closure back above. Well, for it to be confirmed, I need to see new highs, which means I don't need to see an open and closure. I just need to see a break with a candle closure break above the $14,900 target, but more comfortably back above that yellow 21 exponential here. At which point, yes, I would be looking for a little bit of a pullback in that region, and to see if the secondary candle holds with an open and closure above that 21. That would confirm an uptrend here. Again, this is a little bit from a micro scale. I have to be honest with you. I am still a little bit skeptical and still remaining on the bearish side, but anything's possible here. We are seeing a higher low in conjunction with the prior lower low. So, we do have the beginning etchings, in my opinion, of a tentative uptrend here. Again, not confirmed. This is not fucking confirmed at all from a conservative standpoint, in my opinion. Again, maybe from an aggressive standpoint, you say, yeah, it's a higher low, trade it, right? We could easily see rejection at this point right here at the 14,830 region here and see, a cataclysmic decline all the way back down to 14,475, at which point I would be targeting even lower lows here all the way down to 14,200. That would be my next tentative target for price action if we do reject and revert back to the downside here. Again, I do believe the pressure still remains to the downside. We haven't got any critical buy signals just yet. We just have the beginning etchings of an uptrend, in my opinion. Again, a higher low is definitely beginning etchings here. And you know, you guys got to remember, anytime we're trading, anytime we're looking to open up a position, excuse me, I can't even talk today, open up a position here, we want to build a case, right? We don't just want to see one signal and say, yep, fuck it, buy that signal, right? We want to build a case, and we want to build as many confident, confluent points of analysis to support the theory that our trade is going to be probabilistically more successful than not, right? So we're trying to build a case with points of evidence. We do have a couple of points of evidence right now, but in my opinion, not enough for me to open any kind of positions, right? So what are we looking for? Obviously, for a position, you know, we kind of have already that first signal here with a break back above that 35 read here on the stochastics. That is a decent signal in my opinion, you know, coinciding with the support of this diagonal trend line on stochastics. We do have a decent signal here, but that's not enough to convince me. You know, what would convince me here is an open and closure above the 21 exponential with a fresh cross of the 50 read on a RSI perspective here. That would convince me that, hey, maybe we are looking at a change of behavior. Maybe we are looking at this new low here as a stop and a reversal point. And again, it is very possible, in my opinion, for this to occur, just because we've seen pullbacks like this before get supported and then, you know, launch to new all-time highs. And the way this market's been going for, I don't know, years on years on years, there's nothing to say that that won't continue to be a factor here. We see a nice pullback after achieving new all-time highs, print a lower low, which actually you know, converts to a macro higher low, and then booms to new all-time highs. That would not be out of the question, in my opinion, for this asset. But I need to see evidence of that to potentially come to fruition first before I make any of those determining you know, decisions here. But if we do confirm new highs above the yellow 21 exponential on NASDAQ here, I will be looking for, let me go ahead and delete this. I will be looking for the next level, the next tentative level here at 15,330 here, or the prior lower high. But again, if we do take out this high right here, I will consider that a change of behavior, and this will become a valid target in my opinion. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it here for NASDAQ. Again, just, you know, kind of played safe. I'm playing it very safe right now. You know, we did get a higher low confirmation, but from a conservative standpoint, you guys, a higher low and a higher high is what's needed to confirm an uptrend, not just the higher low. We've seen just higher lows get rejected in the past to confirm lower highs, you know, from a micro perspective, and, you know, it forces price action back down to new lows here. We've seen it before. We've talked about it before. We've discussed it before. We have to remember that it is a possibility that this is just, you know, nothing. And it also could be something as far as the bullish perspective is concerned, but I need to see evidence before I'm, you know, confident, right? I need to see evidence. I need to see my edge take effect before I become confident that this is looking at a stop and reversal bullish, you know, bullish reversal to the upside. So that's going to do it for NASDAQ. I do believe it is similar on SPY futures here. Yes, similar on SPY futures, except we have a little bit of a difference here to talk about. We did see a break above the red 10 simple with an open and closure back above that red 10 simple to confirm it as new tentative support here, and basically right below that 21x. Well, no, this one didn't close. I take that back. That one didn't close. We still have 16 hours left in this candle, but it does look nice here. We do see a low call here as well on RSI, forcing RSI back above the exponential, and basically, you know, forcing that exponential back to a slightly positive slope. Again, nothing too concrete, nothing too flashy in my opinion, as far as, you know, confirmation of a, you know, a bullish stop and reversal. But we do have, again, the beginning etchings of that uptrend here. We do see stochastics far exceeding that 35 range for a while now, since the 6th actually. It's been about over a week now, and we're seeing, you know, I did see this start to curl over a little bit on yesterday's stream, but that has been averted, and we do see, you know, an increase in momentum here. Not a confident increase, right? But an increase nonetheless with stochastics going near that 50 read. So we do have two critical signals here, potentially lining up for liftoff here and for confirmation. The only thing as far as edge is concerned, in my opinion, is that 21 exponential. An open and closure above that 21 exponential will be very confident inducing, but more importantly, a new high above the prior lower high at 43.90 spot 50 will be very confident inducing, as far as looking for the next target to reach somewhere around this this region here at 44.45, right? You know, because, you know, again, that change of behavior, we need to see a change of behavior. Anytime we see an uptrend in formation after a downtrend, and we see the uptrend lead to a new high, that's your change of behavior, right? That's your change of behavior that we're looking for here. And again, I did call it an uptrend. It's not an uptrend until we get that confluence, until we see that point of change of behavior, you know, achieved on price action. You know, but indicates that it is achieved here. Any high, any new highs above this region here at 43.90. My overall target will become the next resistance here at 44.45. But again, the same principle applies. If we reject that 21 exponential and see this low taken out at 43.25, I will be looking for the prior low to be tested somewhere around 4,300 bucks even, and likely lower as the downtrend likely continues. Right? We've seen it before. We've seen it before. Boom. The only thing that's changed right now is that we have a higher low. And again, that higher low is confirmed on the RSI, so it is valid as far as the potential uptrend to come is concerned. I'm just waiting for confirmation. Likely the same thing on Dow Jones here today. Oh, no, actually not. No higher low on Dow Jones. Just continuation. We actually got a little bit of an up open that closed roughly near where we closed yesterday here, right on the red 10 simple. So, the pressure is to the downside, and from a technical standpoint here, I do have to go with what the chart is telling me here. I am going to be looking for continuation. We did hold the red 10 simple as support, but the red 10 simple, you can't consider that moving average a major moving average, right? It is a moving average to be taken into consideration. However, it is less consequential than the 21 exponential, in my opinion. And again, I could be wrong. That is just my perception. That is just my opinion, right? Give me 1 second. But nonetheless, the pressure is still on to the downside. We actually saw that red 10 simple break during the day on the shorter term time frames. But it got right, it got bought back. Damn it, it got bought right back up here to close as support right back above that red 10 simple. So where it goes from here, who knows? RSI back below the exponential, actually nuts to butts with it right now. Real tightly coiled along that exponential here. It's basically flatlined, but I am looking at that rejection of the 50 read as very critical here. We do have a higher low on RSI as well. In conjunction with this low here. So technically, this one's weird. I would have to just say consolidation, right? Because we've been in this range for quite some time. Again, this is evidence. Anybody that tells me that this isn't a range is fucking wrong, in my opinion. But we hit support here. Boom. Hit the top side of the resistance. Boom. Back down. Supported. Range built. Range confirmed. Back up. Test. Rejection. It wouldn't be out of the question to see a pullback all the way to the bottom side of the range. And again, the most important factor that I'm looking for here is this range to break either to the upside or to the downside for Dow Jones here. The top side being 34,890 and the bottom side being 33,815. I can only make inferences off of that price action if we see the range break here. Again, from a breakout or a breakdown perspective, I don't like to trade ranges. It's not my niche. It's not what I'm most successful at. I'm actually really fucking bad at trading ranges. I'm really pretty all right at identifying ranges, but I fucking hate trading them. So from my perspective, as long as this remains, between those two horizontals here, I'm gonna continue to call. I'll pull back to the bottom side of the range and a bounce to the top side of the range until that range breaks to the upside or the downside again. Any break below the bottom side of the range will confirm new lows below 33,830, and I will look for targets to move all the way down to 33,430. And on the opposite side here, any break above the resistance here, the top side of the range, above 34,875, I will look for movements all the way up to the next resistance here at 35,160, and that likely confirms, change of behavior and trend reversal here, with this region here being that stop and reversal point that we're talking about. Same disposition, except this one's a little bit more rangy right now. In comparison to SPY futures and NASDAQ. So that's where I'm going to leave that one. US dollar index here. Let's see what that one's doing. Ooh! Could be a higher low in formation, right? Again, it's all about how you perceive it, guys. And the way I perceive it, I'm looking at this low right here as the macro higher low. Any low that's built off of that macro higher low, in my opinion, is fucking inconsequential. And we've seen that on Bitcoin. I will highlight that evidence on Bitcoin. But look at what we have here. We have our volatility expansion a little earlier than I was looking for here. We do see expansion here, breaking that descending resistance line here, that diagonal resistance here. And it does look like the resolution has come. Now, the question is the resolution to the upside or to the downside? I don't know, but the evidence right here tells me we rejected this resistance here at 94.60 here, sending price action to the downside towards that yellow 21 exponential. Now, yes, while price action remains above that yellow 21 exponential, I have to remain positive, right? I have to remain, positive as far as the bullish perspective is concerned, but look at fucking this. look at this. Critical read, lower high on stochastics. This is a new development here. Lower high on stochastics with a fresh break of that 80 read. I take this, I take this, I take this as a critical signal. This is a warning shot fired, absolute warning shot fired. RSI confirming bearish divergence and rejecting the bullish control zone here, the bottom side of the bullish control zone here. Setting RSI to new lows here. Did we take out any lows? Yes, we did. We took out one low. And from an RSI perspective, almost the next low, I do believe. Yeah, look at that. RSI printing significantly new lows. And again, from a bullish perspective, as long as we remain above this macro higher low, it is not out of the question to see price action pull all the way back, even all the way down to here. I'll mark it off real quick. Even all the way down to this region here. Wouldn't be out of the question to see price action on the US dollar index pull all the way back into this region here, 92.45, print a higher macro higher low, and then continue the bullish uptrend. But we are seeing a little bit of resistance. We are seeing a little bit of sell pressure. And as soon as we see that sell pressure, we see expansion of volatility. And again, volatility is not indicative of price action direction. It just tells me, hey, big bad move is coming. Big bad move is coming. And as this, this unfolds here, and again, it could very well unfold just like Bitcoin here. We did see that initial volatility expansion on Bitcoin's price action during the micro downtrend here, and then confirm a macro higher low. Boom, new highs, right? We've seen that. We've seen it happen before, which is why I always try to remind everybody, volatility expansion is not at all whatsoever indicative of price action direction, right? Direction being up, down, sideways. You can get an inference of sideways price action after a big move on volatility. Typically, when you see volatility expand to the max, right, and then it starts to cool down, at some point, you kind of have to be looking for some kind of cool-off consolidation phase as price action kind of levels out after a big trending move, either to the upside or to the downside. But that's besides the point. We have a couple of critical signals here telling of sell pressure here. We do have confirmed, again, from a micro standpoint, we have a change of behavior. We are below resistance. If we confirm this region here as resistance, I'll look for a test of the next support level at 93.78. If we break 93.78, boy, oh boy, oh boy, next level will be 93.45 here. In my opinion. And again, that coincides with the declining pressure on stochastics, declining pressure from a bullish perspective on RSI. We're actually seeing that sell pressure start to step in a little bit here, and boom, we got a nice big break here, confirming a nice top call with bearish divergence. I do not believe that bearish divergence has come to fruition just yet. I do believe the next target here for this price action is all the way down at the next, the next support here where this low was confirmed. We're at around 93.77. So for the US dollar index, yeah, it is exciting, in my opinion, to see the US dollar index come down, because that traditionally means likely the rest of the market inclines and moves to the upside. Well, I'm repairing my shit here, getting my shit together here. So that's going to do it for the US dollar index. It'll be very interesting to see how this price action unfolds here. Oh yeah, the upside. We could confirm a higher low here in conjunction with this low here. This low here is a little bit more inconsequential in my opinion. Again, the most important low that I'm looking at is this macro low right here that we based on the 2nd of September. We can see momentum oscillators coinciding with that low being a macro low, setting a macro trend to the upside ever since that point, and now we're finally starting to see a little bit of sell pressure. This one being a little bit more significant than not. So again, looking at past price action here, we saw that new high, boom, crumble, macro higher low. We've seen it here too. Boom, higher low. No, just kidding. Boom, macro higher low, new highs. Right? We've seen it before, so it wouldn't be out of the question to see a major decline here in the US dollar index, and then at some point above this prior macro higher low, we confirm another macro higher low. Would not be out of the question in my opinion. So that's going to do it for the US dollar index. We're going to check out Bitcoin, and then we're going to go straight into the requests. We have a lot to talk about. Bitcoin continuation. Target has been met almost. I'm looking for continuation, to be quite honest with you. We do see stochastics crossed and back up, confirming new high, almost confirming new highs. But likely we confirm new highs. If we close anywhere here or higher on today's candle closure, we likely see stochastics confirm new highs. We do see RSI breaking into the bullish control zone once again, barely, but close enough is close enough. Very bullish, looking for new highs on this one here. I'm actually going to be looking for this one to break. That would be the next target here, 93,400. Any candle closure above that region, I'm going to get very, very, very excited for potential new all-time highs, with the next target being the all-time high at 63,750. Unless we see some kind of revert back to the downside, which wouldn't be out of the question. Again, this being the macro high or low that I was talking about, right? We saw this before, lower low, right? Boom, higher low. New highs, higher lows, and then we take out these inconsequential lows, right? Inconsequential lows. You got to remember, not every single low is a critical factor, right? So definitely, in the terms of trading the current trend, when this boomed to the upside here, yeah, these lows were consequential at the time, but from a macro perspective, you have to consider that these lows really don't mean shit, right? The macro lows, boom, macro low, boom, macro low, boom, macro low. There's 3 lows to talk about. There's 3. We saw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lows confirm on this price action in total, and only 3 of them, in my opinion, really fucking matter. The macro lows, coming off this macro low once again, after that micro downtrend that almost had me convinced that this one was ready to enter a year-long bear market, may now be in for the first time an uptrend after the blow off top. Again, we were talking about that whole 104 moving average. We'll go ahead and bring that up on the weekly time frame here. I'm going to go ahead and bring that bad boy up. Boom. I'm going to turn off my exponentials here. CT Mac, goodbye. Whole moving average, boom, right here. So we're looking at the weekly time frame here, and we have all of this evidence in the past, right? All of this evidence in the past where it confirms bull markets and confirms year-long bear markets, right? We have all that evidence in the past. I don't need to get into it. If you want me to get into it, please check out one of my prior live streams. I'm very, very, very confident that I talk about it a lot in the last couple of months here. But we do see price action here back above the H104. A candle closure above there on a weekly time frame. I'm convinced that we're going to be seeing new all-time highs, just because traditionally in the past we see an initial break, we see a kiss on that whole 104, boom, decline for a year-long bear market. But this entire time we've been below, the whole 104 has been fucking positive. That is something that I didn't catch, I didn't notice up until pretty much now, pretty much the last couple of days. Pretty much the last couple of days on price action with Bitcoin here. Looks fucking bullish, man. It looks fucking bullish, to be quite honest with you. This could be a weekly macro high or low, formulating here, based off of this region from the last macro high or low on a weekly time frame. Again, sometimes these lows are fucking inconsequential. Not every top and every bottom truly matters. Sometimes you have to realize, hey, we're looking for macro tops and macro bottoms, like a swing trader, right? Like a swing trader, and this could definitely prove to be a macro high or low on the weekly time frame that sends price action for Bitcoin to astronomically new higher highs. So yeah, that's the whole 104. We're going to turn on CT Mac once again. That might do it for Bitcoin here. The only thing that would convince me otherwise that this doesn't continue onwards and upwards for an uptrend would be a closure below the macro high, or the macro high or low, right around $40,700. We could easily see a pullback all the way down. Boom, 44.9, which in my opinion would be fucking great, because I'm looking for an entry point on that 21 exponential, and a pullback into that region would be pretty freaking awesome here. But as far as the trend is concerned, we haven't confirmed a low since the 28th of September. A pullback is expected, in my opinion, at any given moment in time, which would provide a decent entry point and a bullish continuation to the upside. Now, we do have to talk about the potential for absolution, right? Rejection. If we fail to see new all-time highs and we confirm high anywhere below that, it is extremely possible that we just see a relief rally reach near all-time highs, and maybe see a double top and then continue that bearish downtrend continuation for that year-long bear market. That wouldn't be out of the question. Again, you have to prepare for everything and expect nothing. I expect nothing out of this Bitcoin price action. Yes, it's very exciting, it's very bullish, it's bullish. Bear Jesus has disappeared, Bull Jesus has stepped in. Am I expecting price action to hit new all-time highs? Fuck no. I'm prepared for it. Am I expecting it? No. I'm prepared for the upside, the downside, and any sideways price action that may likely occur as a result of this price action. But with the evidence provided to me on the trading charts here today, I am biased to the upside until proven otherwise, and the only proof otherwise, again, as far as a short term is concerned, would be an open and closure below the 21, at which point, from a short term time frame perspective, I would look for a pullback all the way down to this region, 45,000 even, and all hope is lost, in my opinion, if we take out this macro low at 40,700, 40,800 bucks. And that's going to do it for Bitcoin. I'm going to skip all the other stocks today. I do want to try to keep this on the shorter side. I do have a lot of requests here today. We're going to start off with Fubo. Let's go ahead and check out Fubo. What is it? Yeah, up. Still looking up on this one. Still very bullish. Critical signal on the RSI here. Stochastics. Another critical signal confirmed, back above the 50 read here. Secondary candle closure back above the 21 exponential. Yeah, I'm looking for the next target to reach $30.31 here, and likely further. Again, as we likely have confirmed a macro high or low within the structure as a whole, and we are looking to disintegrate that that ascending triangle formation. I don't have much else to say other than that, unless we see a rejection here and a complete reversion. I'm going to be looking up on this one here. If we do get that reversion here, any closure below this support level here, I'd be looking for a breakdown of this formation to new lows here with a target of $20.81. This one's looking real nice. On Fubo here. MMAT, not sure what that one's doing. Still fucking boring. Consolidation. I'm not going to do any more analysis other than that. A break below 485, new lows. 362. Any break above the resistance at 622, new highs. Looking for $10. It's been the same for quite some time here. We do have a little bit of a bearish divergence call and a lower high call here on price action here. Definitely telling me that price action is being pressured to the downside. Stochastic still declining. RSI still declining. Actually not declining, but it's not fucking confidence inducing, right? It's not instilling confidence that this one's either bullish or bearish right now. It's more or less neutral and consolidating, and it's going to be that kind of analysis until the range fucking breaks. I don't mean to be an asshole, but at the same time, like, I'm waiting for the range to break. This one looks bad, to be quite honest with you. Riot is what we're looking at here today. I do believe this is the first time I've ever looked at this asset. We're putting a lot of pressure on this resistance right now. Technically in a little bit of a range, yes. Below the moving average, yeah. This one looks bad, you guys. To be quite honest with you, if we see the bottom side of the range here break to, coming into this week here, I would be looking for roughly 2175 as the next target to the downside. And then we'll look at this one here. Yeah, we got a couple of targets to the downside. Let's look for targets to the upside. Okay. So initially we did see a range. Very, very, very similar to what Dow Jones is doing, to be quite honest with you. But this one broke, right? This one broke the range. Boom, 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 boom. Put in another lower high. Boom, boom, boom. Consolidation, consolidation. We're seeing the top side of the range get rejected heavier, in my opinion, than the bottom side of the range. The bottom side of the range here not being, as supported. We actually saw a little bit of a poke below it, but then it got supported here. We are putting a lot of pressure here. We do see our stochastics with a fresh cross back below the exponential here. Not good, in my opinion. And RSI just, remaining, structurally in the bearish neutral zone, and not good either. This one actually looks like it wants to break to the downside, but I would pay attention to these two horizontals here. 25 bucks and 28 bucks. Any closure above 28 bucks here, I would look for the next move to be this region here, somewhere around 30 spot 90. Any break below 25 bucks here, I'd look for the new lows to confirm here at 21 spot 90 as well. Until then, it's consolidation. It's consolidation until proven otherwise. As long as we remain within this range, it will be a range. Okay, so this is where the special request comes into play. I have never seen this one. BITF, and I really hope to Christ it's not Bitfarms. All right, man. To be quite honest with you, my bro Corey here, I cannot do a comparison on this one. I can't. I mean, I can, but I don't know what the fuck to tell you. I don't know what to tell you on these, man. I thought you were going to give me assets that had as much history as Bitcoin. Without the same amount of history or more history, I really can't give you a comparison on Bitcoin's price action in compared to these mining companies here. But we'll do solo. We'll do solo first. I'll try BITF, Bitfarms Ltd. Looks new. It looks new, man. Because sometimes I get real frustrated because I try to tell you guys. I really try to tell you guys. Any asset that isn't at least a fucking year old, I can't do jack shit with. And this one's not even 6 months old yet. I mean, it's neutral. This one's neutral. I have no idea how I'm going to be expected to do a comparison chart to Bitcoin with these assets. Again, Corey, you know, my dude, these are not old enough. Son of a bitch. I'll give it a try. As I take a celebratory drink for my 11-day vacation here. This is gonna be frustrating even on my part, just because, you know, man, these are so brand new. You can't do a price comparison. All right, let's go ahead and look at this price action here. Continually rejecting the 50 read here. Now, we obviously see a little bit of a breakup, support, you know, hold a support, double top formation, break below. Price action, you know, hitting resistance and continually rejecting it. I mean, we're putting a lot of pressure on this resistance. I would be comfortable with saying, you know, a break above resistance here at 5.26. Would lead me to believe the next target to the upside would be somewhere around $6.50, $6.45. And maybe this is a range. I mean, this is clearly consolidation right now. So the fact that we rejected tells me that it is very possible to see a pullback all the way down to $4.30 as well. And until the range breaks either to the upside or to the downside, I have to remain. Again, this market is pretty neutral right now. We remain in the neutral territory. Again, anything above the 37 read here and anything below the 65 read on RSI is neutral. Stochastics rejecting the bottom side of the bullish control zone right here with a fresh cross to the downside. That's not a good signal in my opinion. We do have the possibility to see a little bit of a micro uptrend formulate here, but that won't be confirmed until we confirm new highs above $5.26 in conjunction with a higher low being confirmed on RSI. But as far as this one's concerned, man, okay, so teaching moment. So anybody that wants to learn how to do this, pay attention, okay? If you want to compare price action of one chart to another chart, you're going to come up to your trading view, boom, you're going to hit select layout. And then you have all these options right here, right? I like this one. Boom. Right? Make sure you click. So, you know, as far as a comparison is concerned, there is no comparison. Bitcoin price action, obviously bullish here on the daily time frame, while this asset here, not so much. Not so much. More or less neutral. Again, we do see RSI and stochastics, you know, starting to climb, you know, basically confirming that uptrend here. Volatility is expanding, but on this chart over here, this one's ranging. I don't think there is no correlation between Bitcoin's price action and this brand new farming company's price action, and it's likely to be the same, except the other farming company looks a little bit more bullish, which we'll get to. There's no comparison. I mean, yeah, there's no comparison. I mean, maybe the downtrend formation here. I mean, we got a top at the same time. Bitcoin got a top on the 6th of September, and then we got a bottom at the same time as well on the 20th of September, and then we got a second bottom at the 28th of September, and then Bitcoin explodes, and this one kind of just like a little limp dick right here, hits resistance, rejects. I mean, comparatively, I mean, the formations look kind of similar, except this one's breaking out and this one's not. And again, at the same time, this one doesn't have enough history for me to do any kind of price comparison like this. It kind of makes me like, you know, I'm not comfortable with giving, you know, a solid analysis on something that's it's not even 6 months old, man. So like, you know, doing a price action comparison, you almost kind of can't. I mean, this one declined when Bitcoin declined, right here, and then boomed when Bitcoin boomed, right here, and then this one consolidated while Bitcoin continued to climb. Yeah, I don't think you're going to get any direct correlation between this brand new company here and Bitcoin's price action, only because this one's not really trending to the upside anymore. We are in the context of a downtrend at the current moment in time with this asset, and we are in the context of an uptrend with this asset over here on Bitcoin. You know, formations from stochastics look not similar at all.
And the only thing in focus is you.
Yeah, you know, I need to see more, man. That's going to be my disposition right now as far as the compared to Bitcoin thing. I got to see more. And at the same time, like, I'm not a miner. You know, I don't know that much about mining, except it takes a lot of graphics cards. It takes a lot of power. You have to, you know, program those graphics cards to mine, you know, a block from the blockchain in order to achieve a reward of a specific amount of Bitcoin. Other than that, you know, I know about hash rates and all that stuff, but to know mining truly, not. And again, there are similarities, but not enough to convince me that, oh, when Bitcoin booms, this one's gonna boom. Again, it's not even old enough, man. Bitcoin could climb to new all-time highs, and this one could get fucking shreked, to be quite honest with you. So yeah, you know, we're gonna leave it. You know, we're gonna leave that at that. We're gonna go ahead and check out the next request here. HUT Hut. Ooh, not Hutter. Hut 8 Mining Corp Nasdaq. This one probably the same. I mean, this one's obviously, you know, in the context of an uptrend here, you know, putting in a lot of bullish divergence and a lot of bearish divergence. This one bouncing off the red 10 simple. Breaking resistance, technically. Breaking resistance right here. I would be looking for a back test of new tentative support before looking for new highs. And if you want to go the Fibonacci here, and again, this is by no means am I confident in any of this analysis. Please remember that, you guys. Please remember that. I know some people are going to come on this channel and try to use my you know, my analysis abilities to you know, to try to help them and aid them in trades and try to use it as financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. And on top of that, this asset, again, is not even 6 months old yet. So there is no confidence at all whatsoever in my ability to analyze this kind of asset without a legitimate chain of history, preferably 2 to 5 years. Is basically what I need for an asset to be confident on the analysis. However, we have clearly, you know, we have a clearly defined uptrend. We have clearly defined support and resistance levels. We have to take that into consideration when we're trading a new asset like this. It is bullish. This one is bullish. I am going to be looking for extension to the one spot 272 here, right around $12 and 70 cents, somewhere along that region, before looking for kind of a little bit of a pullback. Again, we are in a little bit of a bullish uptrend, and the only thing that would convince me otherwise would be a flash crash below the 21 exponential, at which point I would be targeting the spot 618, somewhere around $7.90. But compared to Bitcoin, again, can't really compare a new asset to an asset that's been in existence for 10 plus years here. Except this one is reacting a little bit more like Bitcoin, you know, except this one's not exploding to new highs just yet. Not just yet, but it does have a, you know, a similar structure, even from an RSI perspective, maybe. comparatively to Bitcoin, this one I'm a little more confident with. I mean, Bitcoin's being bullish right now, and this asset as well is being bullish. But again, you guys, you have to take into consideration the factor of this asset is not even a year old yet. Anything can happen, right? You cannot. How do I want to word this without being too offensive? You can't get into the mindset of comparing Bitcoin, which has a lot of history, to a new asset and then say, oh, well, this asset's going to be bullish because Bitcoin is bullish, without enough evidence to confirm such a disposition, right? Obviously we have a little bit of evidence right now, but again, in my opinion, this one not even being 6 months old yet, there's no way this one has enough evidence to tell me, yep, this one's going to trend in the same direction as Bitcoin every single time. Again, for me to be comfortable with trading an asset, again, this is in my rule book, you guys. It is in my rule book. The whole purpose of technical analysis is to use past price action and past price points as inference to determine specific possibilities of future price action, right? That's the point of technical analysis, to use the past to get a general idea of the psychology behind the market to make inferences on potentials for future price action. And these two assets here, while one of them looks like kind of like and this one's actually kind of exploding, I'm still not confident enough on these assets to say, yes, for sure, when Bitcoin's bullish, these two assets are going to be bullish, and when Bitcoin's bearish, these two assets are going to be bearish. There's no way to come to that disposition unless we see more price action history develop for the future. But again, if you want to compare price action here, again, you go to this select layout button, and you can go up to 8 charts on one, which is pretty fucking cool if you ask me here. You can control each chart that pops up and make inferences on all of them. It takes a lot of fucking processing power. Trust me, I have a high-powered PC that's able to do this, and there's already a little bit of lag because I have 8 fucking charts pulled up on my screen right now, but it's very possible to do multiple charts, dual charts, triple charts here. All of it's very possible here, with TradingView, and that's kind of how you do it. We're gonna go ahead and move on to Ethereum here. That's the next request. This one looking a little bit less powerful, but we are confirming new highs. We have broken 2 new highs here from a wicking basis. I would say candle closure above 36.23. I would look for the next test of resistance here at almost $4,000. I'd look for 39.50 here as the next tentative target for price action. Again, stochastics kind of doing the same thing as Bitcoin here. Cross back up in the bullish critical zone. I do like that signal and a support of the 50 read and the exponential coming off of bullish divergence, confirming new highs. Slightly new highs, but higher highs nonetheless. I like this one for continuation, just like I like Bitcoin for continuation. And if Bitcoin doesn't continue and reverses, this one's likely to do the same. The one that I'm looking for here is this low. Let's go ahead and change the color of that. Any closure below that region likely leads to a move all the way back down to 3160. 3160 would be the target to the downside if we do see this formation break to the downside, but we have a little evidence of that. We actually have a nice bullish dasher, just like Bitcoin for Ethereum, and maybe ADA is finally doing something different, or maybe it's trending in the same direction here. Let's go ahead and look. This one kind of consolidating. This one's not convincing me of anything other than the downtrend continuation here. We did see a little bit of a pop-up. We do have a higher low confirmed, but we do not have higher highs. Until we break $2.28 here, I'm not going to be looking for any kind of movement to the upside. However, if we do confirm a break above that region and confirm support at $2.28, I will look for the next move here to blast off to $2.50. However, rejecting this here leads me to believe that a pullback to the prior low here at $2.03 is going to be the next potential target. We do see stochastics here again back below the 50 read, showing a negative sign of pressure here, confirming a macro lower high here in conjunction with the prior highs. I'm not liking stochastics at all. RSI looks a little okay, except again, the pressure is still to the downside. We saw that higher low come up and reject the exponential here. Again, I use that exponential so heavily because it's worked so much in the past as resistance, right? We've seen so many, breaks below the exponential. Perfect example right here, break below, rejection, boom, back test, rejection, boom, back test, rejection, boom, back test, rejection. Major decline. back test, rejection, boom, back test. Didn't even get close, rejection, back test. Lines up with the 50 read, rejection, back test, slight break, hits the 50 read, rejects, back test, possible rejection. So we're seeing a lot of rejection of that negatively sloped exponential, and a lot of red price action as a result. So I would pay very, very, very close attention to RSI. And how it reacts to price action, and price action printing new highs. Until we see new highs on this one is not trading with Bitcoin. This one's trading alone. It is alone in the cryptocurrency universe, and it is to be trading alone until proven otherwise. And that's going to do it for ADA. And I think that's going to do it for the stream, you guys. It's been 50 minutes. I think we got a decent stream in. Again, I will not be back. I will not be back until Monday, the 25th. I'm getting married. My love life with my beautiful wife comes first. We're gonna get married. We're gonna celebrate, and I can't. I'm not even gonna be in town, so I can't do any live streams. Again, I will try to communicate with you guys via the technical analysis group chat. But outside of that, no live streams, no side videos, nothing like that until the 25th. So thank you guys for supporting the channel. Thank you guys for watching tonight, if you did come by and watch. And until next time, you guys know what it is. Stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy.